She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job.
His opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempted on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe last week Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a...
What happens when a country music superstar takes on one of the most controversial talk shows in television history? The answer: a $1 billion courtroom showdown that has left Hollywood and the media world reeling. Carrie Underwood's jaw-dropping legal victory against The View isn't just a win for her, it's a seismic shift in how public figures fight back against reckless media narratives. But how did a simple performance of America the Beautiful ignite such a massive controversy? And what does this landmark case mean for the future of media accountability? Let's break it all down. Carrie Underwood has made history with her stunning $1 billion defamation win against The View. This isn't just another lawsuit, it's one of the largest defamation payouts ever awarded, sending shockwaves through the entertainment and media industries. The jury's decision wasn't just about money, it was about holding media outlets accountable for reckless and damaging behavior. For years, talk shows like The View have pushed boundaries, often blurring the lines between opinion and defamation. But this case marks a turning point. The verdict sends a loud and clear message. Public figures will no longer tolerate being targeted by false narratives designed to destroy their careers. For Carrie, this victory is more than financial. It's vindication after enduring months of personal and professional attacks. But how did it all begin? What led to this unprecedented legal battle? The story starts with one controversial performance. It all began with a performance that was supposed to unite, not divide. When Carrie Underwood agreed to sing America the Beautiful at Donald Trump's second inauguration, she likely didn't anticipate the firestorm that would follow. While many artists declined invitations to perform due to the political climate, Carrie stepped up, saying her goal was to bridge divides through music. However, her decision immediately sparked backlash. Critics accused her of endorsing Trump's agenda simply by participating, while fans were split. Some praised her for staying true to her roots, while others condemned her for wading into politics. The controversy quickly spiraled out of control, with social media erupting in debates over whether Carrie had made a career-ending mistake. But things took an even darker turn when The View weighed in on her performance. The morning after Carrie's performance, The View co-hosts launched an all-out verbal assault on the country star.
I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
A lot of
words help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray.
Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of sissy boys.
Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Sunny Hostin didn't just criticize her decision, they attacked her personally. They accused her of endorsing hate, turning her back on half her fan base, and aligning herself with divisive politics. The discussion quickly devolved into what many described as a smear campaign. The hosts speculated that Nashville and Hollywood would blacklist Carrie, that her fans would abandon her music, and that she had irreparably damaged her career. These weren't just opinions. They were deeply personal attacks on Carrie's intelligence, principles, and future prospects in the industry. For someone who typically avoids political controversies, this public takedown was both shocking and devastating. The fallout from The View's comments was immediate and brutal. Sponsors began pulling away from Carrie's projects, concert venues hesitated to book her shows, and media coverage of her music took a sharp negative turn. For months, it seemed as though everything she had built was unraveling before her eyes. Despite the mounting backlash, Carrie chose to remain silent publicly, focusing instead on her music while her team documented every detail of the unfolding drama. But behind closed doors, it became clear that this wasn't just about criticism, it was about deliberate actions that were harming her career.
Lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason, because black people couldn't get into colleges. because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women.
Yeah.
See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
As the pressure mounted and opportunities dwindled, Carrie made a bold decision that would change everything. In an unexpected move that shocked both fans and critics alike, Carrie Underwood filed a staggering $1 billion defamation lawsuit against The View. Her legal team accused the show of intentionally spreading false claims designed to tarnish her reputation and derail her career. This wasn't just about setting the record straight. It was about holding one of television's most powerful platforms accountable for its actions. Many doubted whether she could win such a high-priority case against a media giant like ABC, which owns The View. But Carrie was determined to fight back. Her lawsuit wasn't just about personal vindication. It was about sending a message to other public figures that they don't have to accept defamatory attacks without consequences. As expected, Disney, the parent company of ABC, mounted an aggressive defense in an attempt to have the lawsuit dismissed. Their attorneys argued that The View hosts were engaging in protected speech under the First Amendment, and that their comments fell within the realm of political discussion. However, Carrie's legal team came prepared with damning evidence that turned the tide in their favor. Leaked internal emails revealed that ABC executives had orchestrated the attack on Carrie as part of a deliberate strategy to boost ratings for The View. These revelations undermined Disney's defense and proved that the comments weren't spontaneous opinions but calculated falsehoods designed to generate controversy at Carrie's expense. The trial itself became one of the most high-profile legal showdowns in recent memory, drawing national attention as bombshell evidence came to light. Former ABC staff testified about how The View producers often encouraged sensationalist narratives without regard for accuracy or fairness. Witnesses revealed that there was even a specific tactic in place to target conservative-leaning public figures like Carrie Underwood in order to create buzzworthy moments for the show. Perhaps most shocking were testimonies about efforts to blacklist Carrie from future television appearances.
Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are. So let's put this in perspective here. What do y'all think?
I personally hope we're moving beyond the era of politics where we want to cancel people's livelihoods because we don't like their politics. And whether it was the Dixie Chicks for criticizing George Bush, didn't agree with it then, and Carrie Underwood, if you have a problem, you register your complaint by not downloading her songs and not going to her shows.
Right.
But I also think from a business standpoint, it's not a bad decision for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump. Artists tend to skew left-leaning, so she's overnight going to become an icon of MAGA and the American right. She's probably going to make a lot of money off of it. So I get why she did it.
A move designed to further isolate her from mainstream opportunities. After weeks of testimony and deliberation, the jury ruled overwhelmingly in favor of Carrie Underwood, awarding her an unprecedented $1 billion in damages. This wasn't just a financial victory, it was a cultural milestone that sent shockwaves through both Hollywood and the media industry. The verdict made it clear that reckless defamation would no longer go unchecked, and forced networks like ABC to reevaluate their approach to controversial topics. For Carrie, it was vindication after months of relentless attacks. And for other public figures facing similar situations, it offered hope that justice could be served. In the aftermath of the ruling, The View found itself in turmoil. As advertisers began reevaluating their partnerships with the show, behind closed doors at ABC, executives scrambled to contain the damage, while whispers circulated about potential changes to The View's format, or even its cancellation altogether. The ruling also sparked broader conversations within Hollywood about accountability in media practices and whether talk shows like The View could continue operating under their current models without facing similar lawsuits in the future. Carrie Underwood's victory has sparked heated debates about free speech versus defamation and what this case means for media accountability moving forward. Critics worry that such rulings could have a chilling effect on public discourse by making it harder for media outlets to criticize public figures without fear of lawsuits. However, supporters argue that this case isn't about silencing critics. It's about ensuring accuracy and fairness in reporting. They emphasize that while free speech is vital, it doesn't protect deliberate falsehoods designed to harm someone's reputation or career. As networks reassess their practices and celebrities consider following in Carrie's footsteps with similar lawsuits, one thing is clear. This case has changed the game. Carrie Underwood's $1 billion victory against The View isn't just a personal triumph. It's a turning point for how public figures navigate their relationships with powerful media platforms. This case has forced Hollywood and mainstream networks alike to confront uncomfortable truths about accountability, ethics, and fairness in reporting. As fans celebrate this historic win and critics debate its implications for free speech, one question remains: will this case usher in lasting change, or is it just the beginning of an even bigger battle?